video, so we're going to jump into some more battles, another set for today, and just slowly making my way through rank 17. When you're only doing one set a day, it probably was going to take a little bit of time. With that being said, let's just jump in. We've still got the Weather Cup running, and the team of Talonflame, Golem, and Kingdra is working out alright, so I'll jump in and see how I go with this one. So hopefully it gets a decent lead matchup, and we can go from there. So obviously I'm looking for the same I have the other days, and Velocipod is not what I'm for, so I'm just going to swap into my Kingdra here. And so the question here is, what are they going to do? I suspect they will shield this up. Um, or they don't, and down goes Kingdra. So that's not looking good for them. And so this is actually bad for me. And I will shield this one up because I do want to get to a couple of charge moves. And what I should have done actually is not shield that. But anyway, that's fine. Let's see what I can do here. So going to be wanting to get a debuff would be nice. I haven't been able to get one in a long time and still not getting a debuff. So that's really, really frustrating, but I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? So let's see if they want to try and swap this out, or they're just going to farm me down. So that's brutal. So here I think I come in with my Talonflame. I'm going to let this go, and it's going to take two. If I can get there first, which I cannot, I'm going to have to shield this up, and I think what I'm going to do is swap straight out, because I do suspect that they'll be... Oh no, I was expecting them to swap out and try and... So let's just go straight for the wild charge here. No reason to mess about. They're going to shield that up, of course they are. And they're going to be able to do a little bit of damage here. So the question here is, so they want to get one extra farm through, and so I think I'm going to have to go one and just throw the Brave Bird and hope it KOs from this range. I have absolutely no idea if it does, and the question is, well, of course it does. Can they get to another charge move on the Swampert? And they've already got one saved up. So unfortunately I couldn't go for back-to-back charge moves, but yeah, that was always going to be a rough one to beat, because they had the double, well, triple water team there. So Golem and, well, Golem takes super effective damage as well as yeah, so it's rough matchups. So when all three are water types, yeah, you're in for a hard time leading a Talonflame. So thankfully I was able to take out the Kingdra, but I mean, with Swampert in the back, I was in trouble. My best Swampert answer is Kingdra, so yeah, there's that. So Wildren on the lead, so this is not too bad. So I think what I'm going to do here is go straight for Flame Charge, because that's what everybody always does. And I'm going to let this one go. Icicle Spear is not going to KO. It will take me down, not quite to half health, which is good. And we'll see if we can... we're not going to grab a shield here. You're never going to grab a shield in this first one. They're always going to let that go, but that's fine. And then I'll be able to get to my second one before they're able to get to theirs. Nope. So I will shield that up. Icicle Spear coming through. Let's see if they want to swap this out. I'm going to throw my next one. suspect that they'll do the same. They will. And then, if that's the case, I'll be able to farm down. So I'll use both shields, and then I'll farm this thing down. And I'll have a bunch of energy. Unless they want to try and sack swap out here. But yeah, so that's happy days for me. Let's see what comes out. I'm going to throw a flame charge here, because I suspect that they will get a shield. No, not going to grab that shield back. Okay. So I'm just going to go for another flame charge. I shouldn't get a shield here either. And then I'm going to let this thing go because, oof, got the shield that time. That's fine. If they decide to... Oh, they're just going to farm me all the way down. That's fine. Going to come in with the Kingdra, which is where I want to be. So what I probably should have done... Oh, they're going to come in, but why are they hydro cannoning me? So that's interesting. So let's see how much damage the Kyurem does. If it doesn't KO here, they're going to be Glaciate. They got the debuff, which is fine. I'll be able to go for the Stone Edge here. It's going to be super effective, and it KOs. Oh, boom. They're going to have to throw, or I'm going to wild charge them. Then I'm going to be able to come out with my Kingdra and handle that pretty well. So this will be able to... maybe. They shouldn't have an Earthquake here, but they very well may. No, just the Hydro not going to be doing enough damage. And they decide to leave the game at that point. Earthquake would have taken me down a fair bit. I'm not sure why they're throwing Hydros there. Maybe they don't have a second move on it. I have no idea, but a bit odd. So we'll jump straight into the next one and hope we can get another decent matchup. While we're on the leads, a bit of a... Yeah. It's a hard... So for this one, I'm going to come into my Kingdra, which might not be the best idea. I'm just hoping it has Waterfall and not Dragon Breath, which it does. Happy days. Let's see what they want to do. So this is good for me because now I can start putting some pressure on the... I mean, does Octazooka just not debuff anymore? I don't think I've had a debuff for a very long time. So I'm actually going to shield this one up and hope it is the Earthquake that comes through. It is the Earthquake, so it's actually a decent shield. I'm just going to look to take this out now, and we'll see if they want to use one of their own shields for the good old Octazooka. So they are. So still not able to, get the win on the board there, but they're going to be coming through with another Earthquake, and I just hope it's not enough to KO from that range, and it is. That's really unfortunate. And they're able to get to another charge move. So I'm actually going to let this go, and then I'm going to swap in with my... again, going to let this one go, and see if we can take whatever's in the back. Are they going to be able to farm me down here? Oh, that's bad. Let's see if they want to use this shield. I think the problem is they're going to be able to farm up. They're going to be able to charge me down before I get to another charge move, I think. Yeah, so they're able to farm me down. So the play there was probably to shield. Shield with my golem. And yeah, give me... yeah, just unfortunate that the waterfalls did cause huge amounts of fast move pressure there. And that's possibly something I need to look at with this team. The water types are, yeah, rough. So I think what I might swap out, I might actually, after this match, swap out the Golem for an Abomasnow, because it'll still have the cover for the water types, but it won't have the weakness. It then won't have, obviously, a rock type fast move to deal with fighters, but we'll have ice that deals with flyers. Not that there is any, really, in this league, in this cup. Who knows? This seems to be taking a while, so let's exit this. We can swap that out now for a Abomasnow. Let's see if I've actually got one built here. Apparently, I do not. Yeah, so turns out I don't have an Abomasnow, which would be my ideal trade in here. I'm just thinking of what else is going to be good for this. So I don't really have anything. Maybe a Lapras. Lapras is not going to do well. Articuno? What's an option? I mean, I can just do what everybody else is doing and go for the Swampert, but... So, I might have to see if I've got an Abomasnow that I can power up to fight in this league, just because I'm not really seeing anything else that I really want that fits in with the team. Being so Ludicolo, if it's running Razor Leaf, which they usually are, yep, then it should be okay. And of course, this one's not running Razor Leaf. And of course, it's yeah, so that's not ideal. So what moves does this thing usually have? Is it Bubble Beam? Is that the move it's gonna... Oh, it's got Hydro Pump. Ouch. In that case, I'll come out with my Kingdra. I'm just gonna have to look to farm this all the way down, hopefully. Let's see if I can get there. I can't. So I'll let this go as well. I imagine it's going to be an energy ball, which probably is going to do. A hydro pump and energy ball, really? Okay. Let's just throw straight into the outrage and see what they want to do. So they're going to no shield, which is a mistake. And then in comes Kanto Ninetales, okay. As long as I can get to my Octazooka first, I'm happy. So I will let this go now. And we'll see if we can finally get that debuff. So, nope, no debuff, but that's fine. And they're looking to farm up a lot of energy, and they just, yeah, they've decided this game is over, so they're going to let it go. So I don't really know what happened there. Yeah, game is over. Thankfully, my backline Pokemon was still going to do well against that. So I guess that's the option, that Abomasnow is not going to be great. Fire type's double weak and just going to be able to do absolutely nothing. So if you get stuck against the fire type, you're going to be in for a rough time. So, oof, speaking of fire types, here's the Abomasnow. And let's just come in with my Kingo here. So obviously I'm going to shield this up because I want switch advantage. Switch advantage to me, fusion flare. Okay, switch advantage is massively important here. If I can get that, then I win this game. And they came out with a, oh, okay, maybe I can't win this game with switch advantage. And I've shielded up, that's brutal, because that's not what I wanted at all. Um, so here, what am I gonna do? So let the countdown clock go, and then we'll jump in with 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna have to let it go. I have to save a shield. How much damage does the Hydro do? At least I get to the Wild Charge. I obviously will not be getting to a second one, so I'm actually going to swap this out. So I'm going to shield this up. And what I actually want to do is not have thrown that charger, but that's fine. I'm going to underfarm that by a lot. And then I'm going to look to farm up so I have a charge move ready and waiting to go when the Swampert comes back in. And the question is, who wins CMP? Swampert or Talonflame? I don't know if they had a charge move saved, but either way I'm able to get there, and that's going to be doing enough damage to be able to take out the Swampert. So what they wanted me to do there was catch that charge move, and well, the plan was to catch the charge move, so I didn't have energy to throw on the Swampert, but thankfully I was able to avoid that because that was their win con. Able to go 3 and 2, which again, positive sets are always good. Sometimes you just hit those matchups where you just get walled by the opposition's Pokemon, and versing 3 water types, it means that basically my only option is Kingdra. So it's a bit of a rough, well, I say 3 water types, I've also got Golem, but it takes super effective damage, so it's a bit more rough. Again, still progressing through rank 17. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and we can slowly make our way up to rank 18. Bye for now.